welcome back to Silverrun Forest and our entertaining adventure into the world of forestry. What of the forestry, in fact. Now, as I mentioned at the end of the previous episode, we're coming out to do a few deadwood contracts out here. And I was going to do them off camera, but I thought, you know what, just for the sake of sort of clarity and transparency, and in case anyone hasn't seen these contracts before and how they work, I thought I'd pop out and actually show you just a little bit at the beginning. Now, I parked our little Kubota here in the danger zone, and if we look in the bottom left, okay, it doesn't help when you make it bigger. In the bottom left, we have the mini-map with a nice red circle on it. That is the area where the contract is to be done. And you can see here on this tree, in the bottom right, because we've got the field info type stuff on, it says it's deadwood, and it's got this nice exclamation point with a cut here line on it. That means it's deadwood, it's one of the mission trees, so we can cut it down. So we are going to do that. We're going to cut it down without facing this shrubbery. Yes, it's a shrubbery today. So that is one tree cut down. And this one here is likely as not another one. It is. So we shall cut that down as well. You see there, we are 14% complete with this contract. Now, if we stray outside of the circle, we can still cut trees down, but we will get a very large penalty. And this tree, specifically, does not have the marking on it. And it looks like the marking is almost always on the sort of south-facing-ish side of the trees. So that one is just outside of the circle, so we're not going to cut that one down. This one, however, is. And yes, the circle is on the south side circle. The marker, the paint sprayed thing, is on the south-facing side of the tree. So yeah, that is what we look for in this area. If I pop up the map here quick, you can see this is the big area that we've got to work in for this contract. And if I skim around two contracts, you can see here, this one we've cut down 21% of the we've done 21% of the contract, and we've got 11 trees remaining. And I did get the other contract too down on plot 25, which I think is all the way down here. Yes, so we'll get this one finished, and then we'll head down there and do that one as well, but we'll do that off camera. Now, the thing with these is, the deadwood is, for all intents and purposes, worthless at the moment. I'm really hoping Giants will reevaluate their stance on that, because just because it's deadwood doesn't mean it's worthless wood. That's the thing. Because it's still probably got some good wood in it. Granted, it depends on sort of how it's died and how long it's been dead. And probably other factors too that I don't know, because I'm not a forestry bod in the real world. But, you know, sort of my basic understanding of it is, you know, yes, it's dead wood, but it's still going to have some wood value to it. You know, it may not be making fine furniture, but it could be wood chipped down into something useful for, I don't know, animal bedding or firewood. That's always an option for it, is firewood. You know, you would think, you know, it would have some value just for that alone. But, I'm still clearing this. That one is outside. But yeah, so, you know, in theory, we are allowed to remove those deadwood trees after we've cut them and take them away and sell them, process them, whatever. But in all honesty, it's not worth the price of fuel to come over here and do it, in terms of what you get back from it, because you literally get back nothing. You know, all these trees cut and sold at like 6 meter lengths would work out something in the order of about $50 maybe. It's ridiculously low. It's really, really unfortunate how sort of poor the payout is for it. And, you know, I understand that they don't want to make it a huge source of income, you know, it could be considered not exactly a cheaty way, but an easy way of making some quick money. This one doesn't have a thing on it, so we're not going to tag that one. I don't know, this one might do. Yes, this one does. But yeah, you know, we could. There are ways within the farming simulator realms of off-screen magic and YouTuber magic, where I think this has a sign on it. Yes, it does. Can't see it because it's hiding in this shrubbery. But yeah, there's sort of little YouTuber magic things that we could do to make it look like the wood's worth taking off. And at some point we might actually do that as a bit of a storyline sort of thing. But for now, we're just going to chop them down and scarper. And yeah, that way we'll get the money for doing the contract, and that'll be it. But yeah, at some point we might consider coming out and actually chopping down the trees and taking some of them away, and magically giving ourselves a bit of profit for it. But that's another story for future us to deal with. So for now, I'm going to continue on doing this. I'll do the other contract down south, and see you all later on, possibly in week 4 of October. Maybe later on in the day. It depends on how quick we find all these trees that we need. So yes, I shall see you all later on. Okay, we are doing fairly well with this contract. We're about 30% in now, just sort of running around the outskirts of the circle there. Oh, there's another one. But yeah, I just popped up here to have a look at this little sort of campsite. Or I think it's a fire watch tower is what this thing is. But it's very cool. You know, I'd imagine you could get a pretty good view of the landscape from up there. We're not going to worry about running up there tonight, or today, or for right now, because it's going to rain fairly shortly. And oh, hello. Now this is interesting. There have been rumours that the art gallery is missing a number of carved wooden statues or sculptures, and this looks to be one of them. And apparently there's a reward for finding them too. Now, I didn't know this one was up here. I just came up to see what was in this clearing, because I haven't been all over this map yet. I was actually expecting one to be at the top of that tower, to be honest. I didn't think there would be one down here. However, we are going to collect that, because why not? The local museum is planning an exhibit of carved wood sculptures. Due to the profound misunderstanding, the sculptures have been scattered across the entire region. You can help gathering all 20 of them. You found dog sculpture. Oh yes. And we got 50 grand for it. Wow, that's not bad at all. And in fact, you may notice our money has gone down slightly. By about 25 grand, give or take. There's a reason for that, but all will be revealed in the morning. So yes, I'm going to carry on with this contract now, and see you all when it's done. Oh, welcome back everybody. We are now in week 4 of October, and we finished those 2 Deadwood contracts off last night, as you sort of caught the end of the second one there, where we found that collectible item, which was rather nice indeed. Gave us a very handy little cash boost. Now, as you can see in the top right corner there, our money has been sort of going up and down a little bit. We can't see that, but you know, if you remember what it was the previous night, it's kind of gone up and down a bit. We've made a purchase. Oh yes, there was an interesting thing that popped up on the used ads late last night, and I decided to jump on it quick because it was pretty much spot on what we wanted. Yeah. And I decided that rather than wait till the morning, just in case somebody else bought it, we'd get it ourselves quick. And we're on our way down here to pick it and some other odds and ends up. Aha! And there we go. So let's just park up here, around the side, out of the way. Now we may or may not be returning this Kubota fairly soon. We brought the trailer back just in case, because what we have purchased for ourselves, besides a trailer load of goodies, is this rather amazing John Deere 4040. Now it's also got what is that? An Epsilon Palfinger crane unit on it. It's a forestry crane module that attaches to the 3-point link, which is very handy. And it's got this sort of skidder push plate thing with a trailer hitch on it that folds up and down. That's very cool. So yeah, we bought this. This was on sale for about 27 grand, I think, all in. Came with the forestry cage on it and everything. And along with that, we purchased this trailer, which has it's a modular trailer. It has some extra add-ons to it. We bought the log pole one, which is back here at the moment. A couple of planks, so we can use it as a sort of flatbed drive up onto it and stuff with the skid steer. And we also got some skid steer tools as well, namely a bucket. There's a weight they loaded on for us as well, and we purchased a pallet fork. One of these handy dandy large goods global transport pallet bag container things, and we're renting one of the what do you call it, the rock drill pneumatic push jobby thing. Basically it's all equipment for our skid steer. So what we are going to do today is, or this week, today, yeah, we're going to have a crack at, if you pardon the pun, a rock cracking contract. Oh yes, that is exactly what we are going to do. So let's attach to our new trailer. Zoom out a little bit there. And it helps if I actually turn the right direction too, doesn't it? Yeah. There we go. So connect to that. Now this is all strapped on. The store was nice enough to load it all for us today, or yesterday, or whenever it was. So we've got that all pretty much as we need, but we are going to run back by our place first, mainly because we need to take a couple of these bits off and also pick up our skid steer. So yeah, it's a little bit quicker than the Volvo was in terms of speed for potential logging, and also we can get pulled out in front of by that van. Lovely. Yeah, we can also use it for log transporting, flatbed work, delivery contracts, all sorts of good stuff. And it may actually improve any logging we want to do around the farm as well, because I did mark some trees and take off, sort of take down a few more of the ones near sort of where the house is. So yeah, we are going to poodle back to base camp, pick up the skid steer, and I shall see you all in a little bit as we're heading off towards the contract, which is, in fact I could show you that quick now. We've got two contracts on plot 6 up here, plot 6. They have a deadwood and a rock destroying one as well. So we're going to do both of them. Figured why not? Yeah, they're both in the same region, so if we go up there for one, we might as well do the other. Yes. Okay, we are coming down the road here, getting close to our new working area. As you can see, we got the skid steer on the back there. That's fit on there quite nicely. Now let's just find out where we are going. Okay, so if we take a left here, now we do have trees is the first one, but we're going to sidle past the trees first, and then head straight up to the rocks, which will be first right up here by the look of it, and we'll go and start smashing some of them. Now we are allowed as part of the contract to take away any of the rocks, so far as I'm aware, so that's exactly why we've bought the bucket on the skid steer there. And balls, I've just noticed our thing's fallen off. I forgot to strap that down somewhere. Let me go and find out what happened to it. Well, that could have gone a bit worse. Not a lot worse, but a bit. Yes, I forgot to strap it down, so when I turned a corner it gracefully slid off and I didn't notice. So, we have it on the... why are we not reversing? Yeah, there we go. I just need to make sure that is properly... there we go. The back flap. Okay, forwards. Hopefully, he says. It shouldn't be too difficult getting up this hill. But yes, I had to grab that with the grabber on the front of the tractor. Otherwise it would have been a whole thing of you know, strapping and unstrapping and getting things loaded and unloaded and all sorts of carry on there. So I figured it was easier just to take the tractor down and do it like that. So there we go. But we are well on our way now, which is nice. Should hopefully get there fairly soon. I think we are... oh, we are round about there. Okay. In fact, we are right in the middle of it. So, and there's one right there. If I can avoid hitting that tree, we'll park the trailer here. Detach that. I'll reverse into it and push it away because that's a smart thing to be doing. And then I'll drive into a tree because also smart. But yes, so let's see. Just need to release this over here somewhere in a place where it can be easily picked up. So probably about there, I think. Lovely. Oh dear. Yeah, this crane arm is slightly different from the Volvo. Generally speaking, it's not too different, but it's just ever so slightly different. But there we go. Okay, so we'll just drop that down and leave that there. In fact, I could have left it on attached to the thing, couldn't I? Since we don't actually need this to manhandle anything, yeah, let me do that. That might give it a little bit more support when we're getting on and off it with the skid steer there. So let's see, back it up. Okay, and plus we can auto unstrap everything. However, I am going to restrap this just for safety. And now we need to disembark. And that is what these handy dandy wood planks are for. Now, obviously set up like that, it's not going to work, but there is madness to my method, as they say. Yeah, pop that there, just get it stuck on the ground ever so slightly. There we go, that should be fine. And same thing on this side. There we go. And give that a strap and hope it hasn't strapped this. It has strapped that. Okay. I kind of had a feeling it might do. Which means we will have to reverse a bit more. In fact, let's raise that out of the way as well. And now strap those down. They should be secured. Oh no, this one is not secured. Slide it up just a bit. Okay, that's good. And let's see if we can get off of here without going all over the shop. Yes, we can. Lovely. Okay, and since we don't need to bucket right away, I'm just going to drop that on the front here. Or I'm going to drop the weight off of the back because, you know, I had the wrong tool selected, like a right numpty. Because that doesn't ever happen. Okay, and let's get this rock breaker. And conveniently, there is one right behind us. Now, let's check on the old contract and see what we need to do. Because there should be a set number. Rock removal. 9 marked rocks. Okay. Well, this is one. So, let's turn the old lights on because it's a bit shady in here. And get started. There we go. Smashing. Literally. So yeah, what we will do is we'll come back once we've smashed everything and hit it up with the bucket and pick up those stones. Hopefully it will let us, and we can pop them in our travel container thing and go from there. Because I'm hoping maybe we'll get some sort of lime crushing paraphernalia, something to make some lime out of these stones, or we may well hang on to them and do something with gravel. Yes, spread them out on a path later on, make some gravel out of it. That is always an option. Let's see, where's the next one? So that's 2. I'm sure there are going to be some hiding in the woods here, but hopefully the flags should make them fairly easy to see. Oh, like this one right here in front of us. Okay. Come on. There we go. Lovely. Okay, well, let's head up the hill and see what we can... Whoa dear. Wrong gear. Forwards. Yes, there's probably some up there. But we'll get the easy, obvious ones out of the way first. Oh, there's one. We have now finished the contract for the rocks. Now, unfortunately, it seems like you can't pick them up after you've crushed them, which is odd, because that should technically be a pile of stones, but for some reason it's not letting us pick it up. I don't know if that's because we actually finished the contract first in terms of, like, completed all of the stones that needed to be crushed, or if it's because it just doesn't let you actually collect them at all. I was hoping it was going to be kind of like the Deadwood contracts were. You know, you could collect the stones after you crushed the rocks up, and everything would be fine. But apparently not. So yeah, we are going to finish here. I can lower that down a bit. Sadly, we didn't get any free stones out of it. That was a bit annoying. Yeah, a bit sad about that, to be honest, because was hoping we could get a little bit of something extra. Like I say, maybe get a lime producing station or something out of it, and use some of it for that, or what have you. But there's a small chance that if I had tried before completing, like hitting the contract complete stage, it might have let me pick them up. Honestly, I didn't try that. I didn't even think to... didn't occur to me to try that one, but we are going to make sure we strap this thing down this time. Yes, that could have gone a bit better. But yeah, so if I pop up the thing here, yeah, we are contract complete. And yeah, once it hit that stage, I switched over the tools and tried to pick up the stone, but nothing. So we're going to collect that, and we're just going to head back up the road here now. I think it's actually back up the way we came. And yeah, just need to spin around here. Oops, not enlarge the map. That wasn't what I was looking for. Yeah, so we just need to try and avoid whatever I'm running into there. guess. Yeah, but we're going to head up here and see about doing this deadwood contract quick. And assuming we can get up the hill anyway. Try a different gear range, see if that's going to help. Come on. Maybe next time we'll have to buy a newer tractor. There we go, we made it over the crest, that's fine. Lovely. Okay, so yeah, we'll is this a dead? No, it's not a deadwood. I think these ones are. Oh, but there's one. Okay. Well, let's stop here. And yes, here we go. This one should be marked. There it is, south side marking. Yep, so we're going to do this quick and then run back up to the our I want to call it a farm, but it's not quite a farm yet, but we're working on it because we've got a tractor now, so that's a good start. But yes, we'll get this done and then we'll head up there and come back when we are doing some stuff with our own trees. Alrighty, we are back up at our little land claim prospect area, hill, top thing. Yes, there's our lovely tractor. Actually, that does remind me, I do need to cash in that contract quick as well. It's just cool, we can't see through all these bushes. We might have to get the thing out in a bit and actually mulch some of this stuff out of the way. But yeah, we'll just pop that there quick and cash in that contract. Yeah, there we go. I think did we cash in the other one? I can't actually remember if we did. I think we did. Well, if we didn't, we have now. So yeah, there's a couple more rock removals, but I don't think we'll worry about them for today. What we've got for the rest of the day planned is a little bit of log choppery. Yes. We need to get some of this stuff cleared up and on the back of our fancy new John Deere coloured, what do you call that thing? Log trailer. So I'm just going to manhandle these a little bit. Where's that one? I can go a little bit further along. Just a touch. That's a touch too far, but that'll do. No, in fact, yeah, we're only going to get one extra log off the end of this anyway, so that is fine. Yeah, this one we can pick up by hand and just slot on there as we please. Drop that on. Yeah, we'll get as much of this cut and loaded as we can. Yeah, obviously we can't pick those up because they're too heavy. I think both of these parts will be as well, yeah. One significantly more so than the other, but that's the way it goes with wood. Now, judging by the rapidly disappearing light, we may have to pick this up again in the morning possibly, because it's hard enough to see what you're doing, never mind to watch what someone else is doing on a video during the nighttime hours, especially with all these shrubberies and whatnot around. You know, I might be able to fudge it through with the flashlight, but I think if we're going to do any actual nighttime logging work, we'll need to invest in some lighting possibly. Cracky, I didn't mean to do that. But, you know, there's options for lighting too. There are some interesting options out there. We shall see how we go with that. I mean, this isn't an industrial logging effort anyway, so we're not going to need industrial lighting really. So we may just cut down stuff during the daylight hours and not stress too much about it. You know, this is, I mean, it is income for the moment. It is obviously more of a clearing exercise than a logging exercise, if that makes sense. you know, we're doing it to make the oh dear, it's got a weird texture on it. Yeah, we're doing it to make the what do you call it, the trees a bit more not the trees, we're trying to clear the land off so we can build a farm. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, oh, I did cut that one there. Okay, lovely. Yeah, we'll just cut this one up this way. Sort that one out in a bit. Yeah, I almost need to have a little short stubby piece of wood I can just use to shuffle this stuff around with. It's not the easiest way to do it, I suppose, but when you don't have an actual tree harvester, which, I mean, we could probably rent one at this point, but you know, we don't actually have one, so you know, not well, we make do with what we've got. That's what I'm trying to say, I think. Oh, lovely, that one fits completely, so we can lob this on. The only downside of this log trailer is it doesn't have the headache rack plate on it, I guess you call it. So we kind of have to just hope for the best that we get it right. But it is slightly longer than our previous one, so I think we will do quite well, generally speaking. So yeah, I shall carry on cutting up and sort of manhandling around some of these logs, get them in perhaps a slightly better place to be picked up, and see you all again in the morning when there's some light. Well, here we are in the morning, and we're just doing a bit of repair work and a tiny upgrade on our John Deere here. So just repair this for the princely sum of $7.93. And as you can see, we have put on some extra tyres on the back there. Now the reason for that is because we are going to be doing some forestry type grabbing here now, and I'm hoping that we're not going to tip over, because that'd be just my luck. Oh yes. So let's get this thing started and see what we can do. Now, do need to grab the trailer quick as well. Okay. Now we're going to start with the logs over here because these are by far the heaviest. So we are going to swing around, back her up, and yeah, this is quite the chonky wide build we have going on here now, so hopefully we're not going to have any tipping malarkey going on with these. But let's see how this crane does for us. Now, it does have an on-crane view, which for some reason isn't letting me... Ah, there we go. Wasn't letting me move it about for some odd reason there. But might be because I didn't have it selected. There we go. Oh, crumbs. So let's see what happens when we pick up, or if rather, we can pick up both of these logs, because these are probably going to be fairly chunky. Assuming I can get the thing over them. Yeah, there we go. Close that. Well, it's got them. Question is, are we tipping over? We might be. Let's bring it back in a little bit. Have to spin it around out the way of that, and I think we're going to drop one probably. No, not quite. Come on, pick it up and over the trailer. There we go. Yeah, that was perhaps a little bit more fruity than I would have liked. And for some reason it's now doing that. I rather suspect we've got them at a bit of a dodgy angle, so it's trying to throw them out in all manner of direction now. Oh dear, this hasn't gone well, has it? Oh crumbs. Can we lift them up? Can we put them down now? No, they're twisting again. Okay, now we're just going to plop them down there. Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave them there. We got them in the trailer. That's what counts. Yeah, those particular logs are well heavy. They are something like 800 kilos each, those ones. So I'm not surprised that it had a bit of an issue with them there. But hey, we didn't tip over, so that's good. That is a good sign. Just have to try and get these as close to the middle as we can. Oops, there we go, and extend that out a little bit. Grab those up. Yeah, it's trying to overbalance a tiny bit, but maybe we've got it sorted this time. It might even be we have to do these a little separately, perhaps. As, you know, like leave the trailer somewhere and then pick these up and drive them on with the tractor itself, but you never know. Oh crumbs, got stuck on that one. Well, let's drop them there. Oh, you know, that could be worse. Let's see if we can just jiggle them around a little bit. Are they going to play ball? It's probably about as good as it's going to get, I suppose. Ah well, onwards to the next ones. Maybe if we just shuffle back and forth, and I've got to make sure I don't get too close with these wheels either, because knowing my luck, it'll everything will get caught on something. But I am liking this crane. That is quite good so far. It's definitely a little more manoeuvrable than the Volvo one, or the gripper seems to be a little bit better, definitely. Let's see about grabbing both of those. Yep, we got both of those. Lovely. Let's swing them around that way. Oops. Caught on the log poles, whatever they're called. Turn it a little bit. Raise it up a little bit more. Yeah, they're slightly off balance, but that's okay. We got them in there. Lovely. Well, that hasn't gone too badly. That has not gone too badly at all. So then we've got a few lighter ones over here, if I can remember where I put them. Ah, there they are. Yes, hiding in the bushes, as it were. Okay. I would be very surprised if we could get all three of these, but this does have quite a sizable claw on it, so we might be able to. Roughly in the middle. Let's give it a squeeze. Well then, that's gone quite well, hasn't it? Okay, we are going to need to... There we go. Up just a bit. Spin it around. Down, which one? It's that one. And extend it a bit more. Okay, that's as far as it extends. Okay. Well, I'm liking this. I'm liking this quite a lot. Just need to get away from that little stack there. Okay. We might be overreaching a bit here. Possibly. Which end's going to be the heaviest? Hard to tell with this one. let's grab it there and see what happens. Yeah, definitely a bit of a stretch this one, but come on, there we go. Ooh, that's twanged. That almost went very bad. Okay. Spin it around. Should possibly have spun it around the other way, but that's okay. Come on. Oops, stuck in the worst camera view possible. What is going on here? Ooh, that didn't go well. Okay, let's bring that back in a little bit closer. This is having a bit of a mare. I have a bad feeling this is going to go horribly wrong if I'm not careful. Ah, there we go. I think we got it. We actually need some more weight on the front, I think. Okay, well that explains that. That's what part of the problem was. Okay. Let's get that up out of the way again. Turn around here, we've got one little stack to grab, and then we shall run down to the place that we can sell it at. And I found a tree. That's always handy. Okay, lovely. Well, I'll grab this last little couple of bits here and see you down at the sawmill again momentarily. Well, we shall sell our final load for the day after I shove it out the way. Oh, wrong button. Okay, we are going to take advantage of our little scraper thing and not that one. That one. Okay, now if I reverse, I should be able to miss it completely. Oh, that's priceless. That is. Yeah, lovely. That was what I was sort of intending to do. Not the best, but yeah. Okay, get that back up. But yes, I shall manhandle this into the thing and then see you all down at the sawmill momentarily. Okay, let's see what we can get for this. I'm hoping we get a pretty reasonable amount because we've got some nice chunky logs on the back there. So yeah, let's run in here and see what we can get. Well, we got 15 grand for that, and there's one little floater just hanging around. So let's give that a little nudge. There we go. I'm not quite sure why it did that. Maybe it was just a little bit high for the trigger. And that give us another $500. Well, 480 something. So yeah, that's not a bad haul. That's 16 grand, give or take. Can't grumble about that. The sawmill is a happy place, and we've got some money back as well, which is very exciting. Now let's see if this newly repaired tractor can make its way up the hill. Now we could, since we got a bit of money, we could look at putting an engine upgrade in it. I think with a few tweaks and some filters and extra bits and bobs, we could get it up to about 145, 146 horsepower, something like that, which isn't terrible. But it is at least repaired now, so that should help us a fair bit going uphill. And for the rest of the day, I think what we are going to do, if I can avoid hitting any trees, of course, with my extra wide stance going on here. The last thing we are going to do today is break out our stump grinder again, or stump grinder slash forestry mulcher. That's the word. I knew it was in there somewhere. Yeah, I mean, we're getting up the hill fairly well, considering we're pulling a trailer and we got the crane on the top and everything. That's not bad, not bad. A little extra horsepower might not go amiss. We'll maybe check out how much that costs next time. But certainly it seems to be rolling quite nicely. Certainly not having the struggles that Volvo was. And as much as I love that Volvo, I think this has been a step in the right direction. Plus, it's also a pretty good fit for future endeavours as well. Being a tractor, we... oh yeah, in fact, that's the other thing. It just occurred to me, I completely forgot, where we'd purchased that cedar before the end of the night. Yeah, you may have noticed that. The money went down, and I think I probably threw up a couple of screenshots of the sales page. And yeah, that was an interesting purchase. Yeah, this little Amazon D840. That's what it is. 4 meter cedar. It was only $5,000. You know, that was just too good of a deal to pass up, because we will be needing one fairly soon. And I don't think, yeah, there's nothing else good in the sales. But yeah, I think realistically that was too good of a deal to pass up, that one. So I think grabbing that while we had the money and it was on sale was a good idea. But what we will have to do, however, is get this area cleared out so we can actually bring it in and use it. Now, we've still got a fair bit of clearing work to do. We've got some ground issues to sort out up here, and there's a tree stump around here, I think, too. Ah, there it is. So yeah, I think what we are going to do from now then is plonk that all the way to the ground. So we can start on these tree stumps. Yeah, I'm just going to clear ourselves a path straight up to these trees here. Now, is that one a deadwood? No, that one's not a deadwood. Okay, good. So let's spin around. Yeah, you can see there's another stump there on the ground that we... Reverse gear, please. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's head back out this way. Launch through some of these bushes. Whatever other stumps we find. Lift it up, turn it around. Oops, down. Start mulching for us again. Ah, there we go. Was I on a tree stump? Is that what that is? Oh no, I think it's just where the ground's a bit manky here. Yeah, I think that's probably what that is. It's just a slightly dodgy bit of ground. But no problem. We shall continue on clearing this out. We've got still quite a lot more trees to do. There was a stump in there because I bounced off it. But yeah, we've got quite a few more trees that we can get rid of. Ooh, and we're going to take out that bush. That tree bush thing. There we go. Smashing. Okay, yeah, it's given us a nice bit of land. Nice bit of visibility here now. I can never find reverse... Oh, the opposite gear in this thing. Having a right mare with it. But still, now this is starting to take shape now. Now this isn't going to be like an actual field at the moment. This is pretty much just us clearing space now, so we can see where we are, what land we've got we can use. Yeah, making space for future paths possibly, and other odds and ends that we are going to do. I think I mentioned either earlier or before, we may look at getting a track up the sort of cliff line here. Oops, getting hooked on that stump again. There we go. Yeah, like maybe a little path or roadway sort of up the side here on the cliff. A scenic overlook, if you will. That has some potential. So I don't think there's any more stumps in there. But we'll give it a little bit of a clear out anyway. Yeah, definitely going to need to do some ground levelling as well at some point. But yeah, so there you have it, folks. We've got some new equipment now, future-proofing ourselves a little bit for things to come, and we are starting to make some really good headway clearing out these stumps, and clearing out the trees rather, and getting some of this brush out of the way and seeing where we are going to go in the future. Yes, so I shall continue on with this, and we'll come back again next time. We'll probably be taking down some more of these trees over here, because we do have, like I say, quite a lot of land to get to. Yeah, this was where that annoying tree was, and there's a stump there as well, so let's get that. Or I could drive over it, or onto it. Stop! Nope, having a bit of a problem going down the hill there. Okay, we are stuck going down the hill. There we go. That was not supposed to happen. Humorous though it was, that was not supposed to happen. But yes, so, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like. And do consider hitting that old subscribe button there too, if you have not already. Comments are always welcomed, and if you would like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And on that note, I shall bid you all farewell. And hopefully we shall see you again next time as we continue on, trying to answer that age-old question of what the forestry? Cheerio everyone.